Hi kids, how you doing? Before I start, please make sure you stick around to the end, especially Max. I'm going to have a little look at something that I know you've been waiting for, and everybody else, I just want to give you an update on a few things that are going on with the channel, but that's for later. For right now, we're going to have another look at FM synthesis, and we're going to look at algorithms, FM algorithms on the Nord Modular. So to start off with, we will refresh ourselves with what an FM operator is. Then I'll explain what FM algorithms are, as I'm sure you remember, and if you don't, check out the video that's linked. That will explain how an FM synth is built, starting with a very simple operator, and each operator is just an oscillator and an envelope. I've got one operator set up, and if you have a listen now, you can hear it just sounds like a simple sine wave organ. You could say it's almost the simplest synthesizer that you could create. How many operators do you need to make an FM synth? Just an oscillator and an envelope is not really enough on its own. You need at least two operators, one which you will act as the sound source and one which will modulate that sound source. But quite often you have many more operators. For example, the DX7, which is almost thought as the FM synthesis standard, had 6 operators on it, and I know that the Elektron model cycles has 4 operators, but you can have as many as you like. The only minimum, as I said before, is you must have 2. If we have a listen now. You can hear the dynamics change with the higher frequencies, making a more complex tone. So what is an algorithm? Well, an algorithm tells you how the operators have been connected together. The DX7 has 32 different algorithms. We're going to have 4 operators. One of the operators will have its own feedback loop, and we're going to try and put them through in different arrangements so that you can see how the arrangement or the algorithm of the operators will affect how that sound is then created. Don't forget, stick around to the end for some bonus material. Let's have a look at the Micromodular. One of the ways that you can do this to make a slightly more interesting algorithm out of 2 operators is if you feed one of the operators back in on itself. So if I take the output from here and put it back in to the FM envelope, and then we open that up in you can hear that changes it, gives it some overtones, higher pitched overtones up there. Sometimes you get some unexpected tones. This one's nice. Very rich, deep sub-bassy sound. Okay, so let's have a look at a 4 operator synth. Now, one of the classic algorithms is to have two operator synths running side by side and to detune one slightly. So I'm going to get a mixer out. So we have a mixer. Disconnect that one. Copy these. So now we have got 4 operators, and the algorithm that we're producing with these is going to be 2 parallel 2 operator synths, and we can detune them slightly and make a more interesting sound. So let's put that down to nothing, this one down to nothing. That one in there, and then I need to put the gate in, and then can't hear any difference there. But then I retune and you got a chord coming out. Of course we can add a FM to both of these, so what I might do is change the envelopes of the 2 operators that are going in, so I give our original tone a bit of a less of an attack. Take this one out, so we've got 1 to work with. Right, and this I'm going to put in with a bit more of an attack. And there you go. You've got a little sound with an FM punch at the beginning. Right, another thing that we can do really quickly is if we disconnect this, we'll have another algorithm. So we will take that out and put it into the FM of one of the other operators. So now effectively we have stacked up 4 operators, one on top of each other, and they all feed in a little bit of harmonic richness as it goes through. If I open this up now, and the last algorithm I'd like to try is another classic. So if we disconnect all of these from the mixer and from each other, what I'm going to do is use the mixer to to feed all of those back into the FM of the one oscillator which is providing the sound output. So that's going to be connected into there, and at the moment simple sine wave. I'm not going to touch any of the oscillators, any of the operators. See what they do. That one goes in there. So now you will hear that all we have done is change the configuration, the algorithm of the operators. And you can hear the difference. And we can change the different amount of each. Going in. So we haven't touched the operators at all we've done is changed their configuration, the algorithm, and then how they've gone in, the volume that they have put into the FM input. Hope that's shown you a little bit about the next kind of level in FM synthesis where the algorithm starts to become important. And hopefully Max is still watching, because the last thing I'd like to show you is something I know you've been waiting for a while. And this is the wave wrapper, which is kind of related to the FM synthesis. It's another way of introducing richer harmonics. So if I go into the audio and I get the wave wrapper out and then I plug it in between the two, you can hear that's the pure sine, and as I introduce more wrapping, the wave wrapper works by taking the peaks and then folding them back. So instead of clipping, folds the volume which is above the clip level back round, and that's what creates the richer harmonic distortions. Hope you enjoyed that. Before I go and sign off, I'd just like to say there might be, for the next few weeks, it might not be quite so regular, the uploads. The tutorials take quite a lot of work, and I've got some things that are going on that will require me to pay attention to that. So I will get videos up when I can, but I can't guarantee the same kind of consistency. But don't go anywhere, because I won't be going anywhere. It might just be a little bit more flaky than usual, and I will be back as soon as things are settled down again. In the meantime, if you've got to the end and you're not already subscribing, you owe it to yourself to subscribe. If you have enjoyed this and you think that other people might enjoy it, please pass it on. Somebody else might find it useful. Thanks very much for watching. As they say at the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation, share and enjoy. See you later, kids. Bye.